I'm going to show you the beginnings of an effortless content creation system, and it's going to cost you absolutely nothing. I mean, absolutely free.
It's free.
Today, we're going to build a baseline system in Apple Notes. And the reason why I say you should do at least this, if nothing else, this actually could be done with pen and paper, but I want to show you how to do it in Apple Notes for the simple reason that, number one, it's free. Number two, most people already have it in your phone, your iPad, your computer. You can even do this from the web. And this is just one of those things that's easily translated to a higher level system. Now, a lot of the content planning and content systems, things that you see here on YouTube, I'll be using things like Notion or Evernote or there's a new one called Supernote. This system will translate to anything. And again, this could totally be done with pen and paper. Now, for my Android people, don't run away. If you happen to have an Android, you can do this just using the Notes app too. My favorite Notes app is a cross between Bear and Drafts, but I wanted to pick Apple Notes because it is the one that I know that the majority of the people will have. So the first thing I'm going to do is pop over here, come down and launch Apple Notes on the computer. And then I'm going to show you the idea of what we're going to build. So here is my master video template. So here I have my thoughts, right? So where it says master video template is where I would technically put the title. And then I would tag it to whatever I want to tag to my system. Apple Notes allows me to tag things. So if it's going to be a how-to video or a conversational video or a podcast or something, I would tag it appropriately. Then I'm going to have a place to put my thoughts. You're just going to jot down some thoughts. Then I have my status capabilities, which are title, thumbnail, bullet points, A-roll, B-roll, editing, transcribe, ready for release, social media blurb. I have a place to input my script. I have a place to put my hook or my intro to the video. As you know, with YouTube videos, the hook is kind of the most important part. So coming in here and dialing in your hook, making it a very powerful statement, something that creates a little curiosity, creates a little intrigue. This is where you want to put that there. Then I want to be able to put in my main points because I like to work off of a 3-point system in the video. Again, you can design this any way you want. I'm just giving you a bare bones ones and you can make some adjustments accordingly. And then I get into my conclusions. I reiterate a main point and then a call to action. I keep a note of any B-roll shots that I might need to take. There are a place where I add a thumbnail image because I like to have that thumbnail squared away. If I have any links, that's available there. I will put in any tags that I'm going to use for the YouTube description. I'm going to put in the actual YouTube description that I craft down here. And then I will put in my social media posts and links and just a little scratch paper area to take notes. And I just hashtag this one master so that I know that this is a template not to screw up. Now, Apple Notes itself doesn't actually have a templating system. There are some third-party apps, which maybe we'll look at later. But again, I want this to be absolutely bare bones and something that you can do. So let me show you how to do this. There's two things you can do. I'm going to start and just show you how to build this. So let's go and build a brand new note. Here we are in an absolute blank note, and we're going to call this video content template. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and hit enter. It's very important that you put a title first before you do the rest because it becomes more problematic later. And again, I broke it down into thoughts and then status. And you don't have to put this in any particular order. I'm going to screw this up. Never type live, Doc. Never type live. A script. I'm going to do hook. And then I'm going to put my main points, conclusions, B-roll, thumbnail, and then I'm going to add links. Then I want to add tags. Again, I'm just making a list here. Description, social notes, and then tag. Okay, so here's my list, and all we need to do to format this, and this is brand new to iOS 16. This doesn't exist in previous versions, but it's just helpful. You don't need this. I just like it. Okay, one of the things that I like to do is first come in and I'm going to select all of these bad boys and turn these into titles. Now, what the title thing allows me to do is if I hit enter and I put in a little context here, you'll see that instantly I get a little drop down, right? So I use text expander to do that. It's nothing tricky. It's just, you guys see how bad I type. So I use text expander to automatically type a bunch of stuff for me. Then here under status, again, your statuses are totally up to you. I do title, thumbnail. Oh, I like to keep it clean. God, this is terrible. Thumbnail. Let's see, become bullet points. And a roll. Again, I won't finish this whole list because I don't want you guys to suffer through my bad typing. But you just make this list how you want. Now, what's cool about this is once you have this set up the way that it makes sense to you, you can come in here and press on the bullet list and turn it into a checklist. Now, yeah, we'll just leave it like that for now. Then under script, it's not plural. We want to do all right. Again, I'm just putting that there for my hook and my intro. Just put one, then my main points. And again, we're going to take this area here. And this time we're going to hit our drop down and we're going to come down and use a bulleted list. Right. And then for my conclusions, I'm going to do another paragraph and a bullet. And then a CTA. Okay. Go ahead and hit that. I like to take my point and my CTA. And again, I'll put these on the bullet list. All right. And then under B-roll, this is just going to be B-roll is picking up as a title. I don't want it to do that. There we go. And again, for this one, I might put this under a checklist so I can know that I got them. For the thumbnail, it's just going to be image. Don't really need anything here. For links, I'm going to use just a single link just so I have something. And then for tags, this is going to be a comma list. And then for a description, this little social media thing I have here. I mean, this little keyboard shortcut trick I have here is pretty rad, right? And then for social, this is where I would put, oh, why are you coming in not as a whole new dude? Let's check to make sure that that's on body. Oh, strange. It happens. It does happen. Sometimes Apple Notes can wig out. But what you can do is just take this particular one, add an extra enter, and then you can hit it like that. Go back to body. There we go. What that means is that when I hit enter for notes, I hit shift enter instead of regular enter out of habit. So that's why that one went a little bit weird. So let's put that there. And then notes. Again, just got to put something just so that the collapse works. If If you don't put anything where the collapse works, then you can run into issue. And then I'm going to take these, turn it into body real quick. And then now the notes works. So I can do the lorem again. All right, there we go. So this is your simple template situation. Now, something else that I like to do is go in here and close all of these. And this is for if you need to put this on a teleprompter to make it easier for you to read. One of the things that you can do after I get all these closed, there's probably a shortcut key to close all these at once. I just don't know what it is. So you can select all, and then you could use the Command plus on your keyboard to make it bigger. And I normally hit it like 2 or 3 times. Let's do a solid 5. Then this part I absolutely like, super corny. You don't have to do this, but I really love this idea. So I'm going to right click on this guy, and I'm going to go down to font, and I'm going to say show colors. Okay, and bring up my little pencil box of crowns. And then I'm going to just pick random colors here. Again, it's your world, you do you. But let's put the thoughts at sky, because that's part of that sort of getting it together process. So script, hooked, intro, main point, and conclusion are all part of the actual shooting process. So we're going to pick that. And then the post-production, it's kind of, actually B-roll is not really post-production, that's part of production, but I'd lump these two together. I have no idea why. It's just my brain. You do you. Okay. And then actually I want that to be darker because I do. Okay, so let's go to that. And then for links, tags, and description, I want those to be green because these means that these are go, go, go. And then that after promotion, you know, the things that you use in order to make it spread, I'll go ahead and put those in bubblegum, right? Actually, I take this back. I'm going to put the notes in a little salmon action. Hey, salmon, I say. There we go. So that's how I got the different colorways. Now, the reason why I did it by closing these little triangles first is because what I didn't want to happen is this, but if that happens, you can always go back in and put this back on white. Normally, this is just a weird thing about Apple Notes. If you did it open and you selected them one at a time, it's quicker, but I did a group selection, so that's what kind of threw that off. But yeah, I just like, and you might even like that. You might even like that standout, and that's okay if you decide to do that. I'll show you some other stuff that you can do as far as formatting to kind of help you out. These are just ideas here. I personally wouldn't necessarily do this, but it's up to you. Let me put this back to plain, and then put this back to plain just because I like it like that. All right. Now, this one will stay because it's an actual link, but let's do that. All right, cool. So I'm going to show you a couple other things you can do. Let's say you wanted this masterpiece to stand out. You could highlight that, and you can do things like wrap it in the box, like wrap it in a block quote, which gives a little extra line next to it to sort of separate it. If you're doing this on your iPad and stuff, it's harder to do on the computer, but on your iPad, you can pull up a ruler and draw lines here. You can even go in and put images if you needed the image that was going to help you think out a process. So now all you're going to do when it's time to create a video is you're going to go in here and you're going to put in your thoughts about this video, like why you want to create it. And then you're going to go in here, and as you do the statuses, you complete those. You're going to write your script information here. I don't go script per se, I go by bullet points, but I still like to put any pertinent research, numbers, facts, things that I've picked up from the internet. I put those in here. My hook, I'm going to put a killer hook, and then I'm going to put my main points, and then I'm going to put any type of conclusion that I have, make another point, hit a CTA. If I need B-roll shots, I need to gather B-roll shots. This just made me think of one thing. Let's do. So I can put links to those from my art list. If you need to use art list, I have a link in the bottom, or Epidemic Sound, I have a link for that as well. You can put your thumbnail image. So let me show you what a thumbnail image drop in looks like. I'll just grab one from my, and I'll just put it right here. And then you can adjust the size of the thumbnail. You can say view as small, and then that makes it smaller. That's just for you. I like to leave it to full size, and you'll see why in a second. If I'll put that back. Let me undo both of those things. And I'll drop this back in at full size. I'll show you why I leave it big in a second. So we'll come down here. If we need any pertinent links to talk about, any tags, go ahead and write the description, your social posts that you use to share it, and notes. Another thing I thought about recently under the notes, which I haven't done so, but it might behoove. Let's say you want to make a section for comments. Don't make that large. That should be lowercase. And then you can put that as a heading to or title. You can also do it as a heading. Headings also get the disclosure triangle. But this is cool because if someone were to come in and comment on your video and you wanted to put that in here, you could, so that you can track how the video is doing. Maybe you'll come in later, add screenshots to your analytics, whatever, but it's a very simple system. Now, once you have this set up, what you're going to do is when you go back here, when it's time to create a new video, you got to keep this one and don't mess with it. So I actually make a folder in Apple Notes that's called templates. I store this in here. If you're ready to create the video, you just click on this and you can just say duplicate the note. So once you duplicate the note, you can come in here and give it your new title and then sort of work from here, right? And again, you can highlight the new title and you can make this bigger if you wish. And then I'll just do, there's my little hashtag. So now we're good to go. Now I could go in here and edit this file accordingly, just totally build myself out. At a later date, we'll dig deeper into some of the more advanced things you can do using one of two programs that could add a little bit more richness to Apple Notes. But again, this is such a simple, bare bones system. It's very easy to do. It's easy to just duplicate the note and keep going. It's easy to add things to it on your phone. So if you have a basic idea, you could come over here and in the thoughts, you could just voice transcribe your thoughts, because Apple Notes on the phone now allows you to record a voice message. And if necessary, you let me know you want to see how that works. I can make a video about that, explaining it. But I'm just hoping that this bare bones system will give you a way to put your thoughts in motion. I do think that each video should have its own page. A lot of people make these long, lengthy lists and then they don't know what to do with them. So one thing you could do with the hashtags is you can hashtag it idea. You could hashtag it in production. You could hashtag it finished or published. And then you can make smart folders in your Apple Notes that would allow you to see the videos that you're working on. But I just think it's a very simple process. I have been working on generating a shortcut that I can share with you that will make it easy to just start one of these with, say, a S-Lady command. So far, it's not working out the way I want it with the new updates and shortcuts, but I'll reach out to Matt Castanelli or Steven Robles and get them to help me figure this out. But yeah, I just thought this would really help you a lot. So this has been a lengthy but practical video in my nice to have November series. If you found this helpful in any way, shape, or form, or you would like to share this with somebody who needs to see this, go ahead and share that link. And I am personally on a mission to get to 20,000 by the end of the year. So I'm going to just create cool stuff like this. If there's something you want to see specifically, put that down in the comments area below. I'll do what I can to help out. If I missed a step or something seems complicated, by all means, ask those questions down in the bottom. But I think this is a really cool system. You can do this for index cards, notebooks, Apple Notes, Google Keep. Some people like spreadsheets. I don't want to see it in a spreadsheet. It's too formed, if you will. But yeah, I just thought this would help you out a lot. So I wanted to remind you that this and all the videos in this series are sponsored by Doc Pops. That's me. I am the creator of Doc Pops, these cool microphone covers that you can put on your microphone to make yourself not only look nice, but sound nice. I'll put more about that in the description. And there's a little shopping shelf right underneath this video. You can just click the little picture of this and go straight in and see for yourself over at docmerch.com or docpops.com. At this point in time, I'm going to pop up another video over here that the internet thinks you want to see. Go ahead and give it a look.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep quiet, maneuver.